All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do it well. And salutations and blessings to Akim that are pushing his word with truth, sincerity, and charity, and risk your lives to do so. All right, today, I want to get into this quick lesson. I'm going to entitle it, Gotta Go Through It to Get to It. You gotta go through it to get to it. Okay, and that means that we have to go through hardships. We got to go through the distress, the loss of things, whether it be women, families, cars, jobs, the afflictions. Okay, the afflictions, the tribulations from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in order to get to it, which is the kingdom, salvation, making it on those chariots, being changed in the twinkling of an eye. Okay? But that's the only way for us to get to that. It's the only way for us to, that's the only way for us to inherit good things. We have to go through the hardships. We have to be tested by Yahweh Shem Shai, which leads me to this first scripture, Sirach 2:1, which is one of my favorite chapters in the whole Bible, because it just captures everything. All right, and everything in our own personal lives, in our own walk, and gives us the understanding why these things happen. This is the book of Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, so if you come to serve the Lord, if you put the yoke of serving Yahweh Shem Shai upon your neck, prepare thy soul for temptation. You have to be prepared to be tempted, tried, tested, okay, to see if you're actually a profitable servant, if you're actually one of those men. The Lord is not just going to give this truth to anybody and boom, now you just make it into the kingdom. No, you have to be tried. You have to be tested. And then you're going to get great rewards. Okay, as Job did. Okay, Job endured the chastisement of Yahweh Shem Shai, the afflictions of the Lord. And when he came through that, when he got through that, he was much greater than he was in his first estate. Okay, Job got everything back in double. Okay, it says to remember the end of Job. And let me just read it. James, the 5th chapter. This is the book of James 5:11. No, I'll start at 10. It says, take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of Yahweh, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. So things written aforetime were written for our learning. So we are to learn from the sufferings and afflictions of the former prophets, okay, who we once were. And we coming back into that same lot, into that same stead, being tested again, being tried by the spiritual demon Satan through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, because when these things happen to us, they don't just happen for no reason. They happen because the Lord is trying us to see if we're profitable. Okay, testing us, man. Hey, Satan is that is a measuring stick. As the brother Shakaria, we went into it today. We was talking. He said Satan is a measuring stick, and that's exactly what Satan is. Okay, he's a measuring stick to see if you are gonna meet the quota of serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 11. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard the patience of Job, and have seen the end of Yahweh, that Yahweh is very pitiful and of tender mercy. Okay, and the Lord gave Job everything back, man. We heard, the patience of Job, the things that Job had to go through. He stayed faithful and he stayed faithful and what's the word I'm looking for? Maintain his integrity before Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. He didn't fold under that pressure that he was going through. He still stayed faithful to the Lord. He still called on the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Job 13:15. Okay, he said, "Hey, though the Lord slay me, yet will I put my trust in Him." So that's the same mentality that we must have. Stand strong for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, no matter what we're going through. Because you have to understand that this is what we must go through. This is not an option. There's no other way for us to obtain the kingdom besides tribulation, besides hardship, besides the loss of things, besides being tested. The Lord is not going to give this to anybody. This is Sirach 2 and verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. So we must set our hearts aright. Okay, we got to get our minds right with Yahweh Shem Shai. Hey, say, look, okay, I came to serve the Lord. This is what I have to understand. I got to go through. Cool, I get it. Okay, now you have to constantly endure. You got to fight. Whatever you're going through, you got to fight to get through it, man. You got to love the fight. You can't be in it like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? No, man. You got to love the fight. Like, okay, hey, I'm going through it. Cool. Hey, pray to Yahweh Shem Shai. I got this, man. You got to move with that confidence, with faith in Yahweh Shem Shai, and endure, and believe that the Lord can cause you to endure. It's all about our faith. That's what it's all about, man. The Lord is doing it to test our faith, to test our mindset. And it says, and make not haste in time of trouble. So when you're going through these things, don't make haste in it. Don't try to hurry in and get up out of the situation. Now you going to the wrong things and doing the wrong things to get up out of a situation, man. When you could have just stayed patient and waited on Yahweh Shem Shai. And then you're gonna understand why the Lord is putting you through that, and you're gonna be much better when you come out of it. But if you're making haste and trying to get out of that situation, you're not gonna learn anything from the chastisement that the Lord was putting upon you, and then you're gonna end up hurting yourself in the process. So it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Remember the end of Job. Remember the end of Job, man. Hey, he was increased at his last end. He cleaved unto the Lord and departed not away. He didn't depart away from Yahweh Shem Shai. He stayed close to the Lord. He cleaved onto Yahweh Shem Shai. And Job got everything back in double, man. He had a greater substance than he had before. He was much richer. Okay? So these are things that we have to keep in mind. And we're going through these things so that we can be made better in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're going through these things so that we can get that increase. If you want that increase on this side, cool, all right? You ain't gonna go through, much suffering and tribulation and people hating you and so on and so forth. You're not gonna go through those things, but you're gonna go through it. All right? You're gonna go through it. Because 2/3 of our people are the wicked of our nation, those that want to hold on to this kingdom, hold on to this wicked ass world. Your ass is gonna be destroyed. And you're gonna taste Jacob's trouble, and you're gonna feel it in the fullness of its effect. The elect are not gonna feel it in the fullness of its effect, because we're not gonna die. All right, the hopeful elect, they're not gonna die. They're not gonna go through the death by pain. These wicked niggas are gonna feel the fullness of Jacob's trouble. Okay, but if we just go through it right now, man, I gotta hit this Corinthians. Lord's Spirit just popped this in my head, man. 1 Corinthians 11 and 32 says, but when we are judged, we are chastened of Yahweh. We are chastened of Yahweh. So, hey, we go through the chastisement right now. All right, when we judge, we are chastised by Yahweh Shem Shai so that we can be more on point for our moral improvement. That we should not be condemned with the world. Slacking. So this is why we going through it right now. So that we don't be condemned with the world. So that we don't go through the judgment that these wicked niggas are gonna go through. Okay, man. We don't want no parts of that whatsoever. Weeping in the gnashing of the teeth, the pining away by famine. We're not gonna die by famine. We're gonna laugh at famine. We're going to eat in that day, man. But these wicked niggas are gonna perish. So you don't want to be a part of that. So you want to take these afflictions right now. You want to take this hardship right now. And I guarantee you do. Because when that day comes, everyone is going to wish that they served Yahweh Shem Shai. Speaking of Israelites. Sirach 2 and 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. So whatever is brought upon you, take it cheerfully. Don't be in the mopey spirit. You're like, oh, damn, why has this happened? Because eventually you're going to destroy yourself thinking like that, man. You know? You're going to destroy yourself. You're going to put demons on yourself. Okay? Those demons are going to increase and become stronger and stronger and stronger because you're not in the spirit. You're not understanding why these things are happening. Everything that happens to us in our lives, even though it may not seem joyous, is for the benefit of our lives, man. It's not to destroy us. The Lord is not doing this to kick us while we down. Kick us while we down. We already in slavery and fucked up. The Lord just, I'm gonna make him suffer even more. The Lord said that we're going through less than our iniquities deserve. You know, we're going through much less than what we deserve to be going through. So the Lord is he already done put it on us. He's not gonna give us something that we cannot bear. Okay, He loves us. He's not doing this for no reason. He's doing this to strengthen you, to make you better. And He's beating up all of that, that worldly shit up out of us. So this is why we got to take it cheerfully, man, because the Lord is doing this to make us better men. It says, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Be patient. Wait. It said that we seen the patience of Job. He waited. He stayed faithful. He knew that the Lord was going to come through for him. He knew that the Lord was going to save him eventually, take that affliction up off him eventually. And the Lord did it. The Lord brought him through that. So we're changed to a lower state. We got to wait. Just be patient. He's going to come through for us, man. And we will be brought out of that affliction. Because He's not going to put anything on us too hard that we can't bear. He's going to keep you up in that fire just as long. Okay, cool. You now you learned your lesson. You got through it. You understand what happens when this happened, when that happened, when you brought this low. You know what to do when you're at a lower state. You know what to do when you're at a higher state. Okay? The Lord is doing this to balance us out and make us more and more better men and harder men. Because when that day comes, man, everyone is going to be going through it. But we already know what it feels like to go through it. So it says, verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So it says gold is tried in the fire. So gold is tested in the fire to see if this is actually pure gold, to see if this gold is something that's profitable. See if this gold is good, or is it just faulty gold? Is this some fool's gold? I forgot what they call it, man. But it's like a fake gold. It looks like real gold, but it's not. All right, it's an actual stone that looks like that, you know. But the Lord likens our afflictions to that fire, and likens us to gold. So we have to go through the afflictions in order to see if we are that pure gold, to see if we are those acceptable men to Yahweh Shema Shai. See if wisdom can actually dwell in us, or are we malicious souls? So we have to go through it, man. 2nd Ezra 7:6. 2nd Ezra 7:6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. So this is the kingdom of heaven. All good things dwell in the kingdom. But this is the way to get to that good field. The entrance thereof is narrow. So it's a very tight space. Okay, very tight. It says, and is set in a dangerous place to fall. So it's like you walking a tightrope. Oh shit. Okay, you fall this way. It's gonna go into it. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. So you walking a tightrope. You hanging up. You in the middle of the air. You just walking this tightrope, and it's fire on one side, and it's a deep ass water on the other side, where you can drown or you can burn up. Okay, and this is what we're dealing with. You have to walk that narrow, straight gate, narrow, straight path. Okay, as Yahweh Shai said, we got to walk the straight gate. We're gonna have to go through these afflictions. We're gonna have to go through the hatred of the world, the persecution, us being on the shopping block, us being called rapists when we ain't raped nobody, and we ain't thinking about raping nobody, But we're gonna have to go through these slanders, these lies, all these things, man. This is the way for us to make it into the kingdom, and it shows that we're doing something right. Because we understand what we have to do to go through the kingdom. We understand, the things that we're going to have to suffer. It says, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go through at once. So only one man can go through this, narrow entrance at once. Only one man. We have to walk this tightrope on our own, working out our own salvation with fear and trembling, being soldiers in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, solitary, making sure that we're on point, because another man can't save you. Another man's faith and him making it through his afflictions can't save you. You gotta know how to endure on your own, man. Of course, brothers are it's a brotherhood, but you gotta take everything that brothers tell you and you have to apply it to your own life, man. Okay, your brother tell you he got through this situation, he got through that situation, how he got through the situation, his mindset through the situation. And you have to take that and apply that, man. Take that and apply it, because he's gonna do it all through the Spirit. He's gonna give you scriptures, and you have to apply those things that he has told you. It says to not let the parables escape thee, okay, of our elders, in Sirach the 6th chapter. So we have to apply all these things to our lives, okay? Everything that a brother is telling you, but he cannot save you. So it says, verse 9, if this city now were given unto a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it. So you see this danger, right? Verse 7, verse 8, verse 9, verse 8, verse 7, and verse 7 and 8. See this danger. See this good field. If he does not go through 7 and 8, he's not going to be able to get to 6. It's impossible. So we have to go through the danger. We have to go through the afflictions. That's the only way for us to inherit the kingdom. How shall he receive this inheritance? How? It's impossible. If he doesn't go through this tightrope, this narrow path where fire is on one end, water is on the next, if he doesn't walk this, he's not going to make it. He's not going to get through it. So if we don't endure the things that we're going through, we're not going to make it. So we got to go through it to get to it. We have to. You have to understand these things. And that's speaking to myself first and foremost. It says, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. So this is Israel's portion. Israel has to go through it in order for us to get our portion. We have to go through the hell. We got to go through the baby mama drama, the nigga woman problems, the boss being an asshole, you being overworked, the problems on your car, okay, demons messing with your mind, so on and so forth, man. We have to endure all these things. The chastisement of the world, the persecution of the world, man. Gotta endure it. That's the only way for us to receive that good field. So we gotta understand this is Israel's portion. Have to understand that. That's Israel's portion. Afflictions and hardship in order for you to make it. So this is Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. And this is what I'm doing right now. Okay, exhorting brothers to continue in the faith. Don't give up. Don't get weak. Don't be in that woe is me, why is this happening to me spirit. Never think, why is this happening to me? All right, because it has to happen to you. You came to serve the Lord, you have to prepare your soul for temptation. You can't be in a weak spirit. The scripture said to put off now the weak nature. That's a weak spirit. To ask the Lord, why is this happening to you? Do you understand what you're in right now? Do you understand that you're going to have to lose things? Things are going to happen to you. People are going to hate you. So on and so forth. But this is to continue in the faith. Don't get weak, man. Get stronger. Be more cheerful. You got the truth. You're serving Yahweh Shema Shai. It says, in that we must do much tribulation. enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. And Paul was stoned. Okay? He was stoned right before this. I'm going to read verse 19. And there came hither certain Jews from Antioch and Iconium, who persuaded the people, and having stoned Paul, drew him out of the city, supposing he had been dead. So Paul was stoned. Okay? Paul was stoned, man, but he was risen back up. Howbeit, verse 20, howbeit, as the disciples stood round about him, he rose up and came into the city, and the next day he departed with Barnabas and Debris. All right, so Paul was stoned, but he got right back up, and he went and confirmed the souls of the disciples, exhorting them to continue in the faith. So, man, you just have to imagine what type of spirit had to be on Paul and what type of mindset that you have to have. And we have to take these accounts and we have to apply these things to our own lives, man. Okay, he went through that. And he still got up and served Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He didn't be in a woe is me spirit or mopey spirit. He got up and did what he had to do because he understood that through much tribulation is the only way that we can enter into the kingdom. So, hey, we got to fight. Got to fight, man. We got to understand what we in. So, hey, I pray this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak, Wadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do it well. And salutations and blessings to Akim that are pushing his word with truth, sincerity, and charity. Shalom, Wa, Ababa, Ball.